Americans that went over to Nigeria and y'all were riding those motos. Yeah. I'm going to apologize to you. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because I saw y'all before. This is before I went to Nigeria for myself. I saw y'all on the backs of those motos in that crazy traffic, just zooming in and out of traffic, and y'all was on the back of those motos with no helmet, knowing good and well that the traffic out there is horrible, knowing good and well that they drive crazy like they do. Pedestrians are in the streets, other buses, KKs, motos, and cars, all just, hunking at each other and going and going and going and going. But yet y'all chose to take your crazy behinds and sit on those motos with no helmet, mind you. So I'm apologizing because I talked about y'all like a dog. I did. I called y'all all kind of names. You crazy people going out there. You ought to know better. You old at that old age of yours. You sitting on there on the back of that moto in that crazy traffic, and you ain't even got sense enough to get a helmet. No sense riding behind somebody on a moto with no helmet on your head in that crazy traffic. You could have got killed. I said all of that and some more. So I'm apologizing because you know who took two planes and traveled thousands of miles to go to Nigeria, landed in Nigeria, and do you know who decided to get themselves on the back of a moto? Me. Yeah, I did. I rode on the back of those motos as many times as I could. I, I was one of them, and I had not one helmet. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, no helmet. The traffic was crazy like it was. I didn't have no helmet. But what I did do was, that little rack on the back of the bike, I reached back there and I held on tight. We was, but I was holding on though. I was holding on. I was like, no, 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 no. And my legs was clutching the seat too. So no, it was me. I did the same thing. I did the same thing. And those of you who are like, no, I got more sense than that. I ain't riding no moto. I ain't getting on no moto. When I get to Nigeria, y'all crazy folks ain't got no helmet. You'll find yourself in the back of a moto, just like I did.